So good morning everyone. In today's session we'll discuss about Hyperledger Fabric version 1.1. So what are the point of discussion today? So what is a Hyperledger Fabric? We'll look into an example of it. What is the need of Hyperledger Fabric in blockchain? How Hyperledger Fabric actually works? The benefits of this fabric, and then why Hyperledger Fabric is a framework under IBM blockchain platform. We'll look into some industry use cases of Hyperledger Fabric, the basic functionalities, and then the architecture and how to develop an application using Hyperledger Fabric system. So what is this Hyperledger Fabric? Actually, it's an open source project from Linux Foundation, and this is actually a framework. So this framework was developed, okay, so it's called as Hyperledger, and this has become the unofficial standard for all enterprise blockchain platforms. So the basic objective is like, as there needed to be some framework which was more easy to deploy the applications. So this Hyperledger is an open modular architecture, and it uses plug and play components to accommodate a wide range of use cases. So whichever component you want, you can just choose that and make it available and develop your application. So it uses, let's read this, okay, an open source enterprise grade used by industries, permissioned distributed ledger technology, DLT platform. And what are the basic features? Flexibility, very flexible. You can increase the size, scalable. That's got a modular architecture, and all organizations can create customized, secure and efficient blockchain solutions. So almost 1,20,000 organizations and more than 15,000 engineers are working or collaborating and contributing to this Hyperledger Fabric. So as a flexible blockchain framework behind this IBM blockchain, this Hyperledger Fabric is helping all the innovators to transform the business to a different level. So some features we'll quickly look into. It has a high modular and configurable architecture, enabling innovation, versatility, and optimization for a broad range of industry use cases, where all could be used. It could be for banking, it could be for finance, or for insurance, or for healthcare, or for human resources, or for supply chain, and even digital music delivery. So Fabric is the first DLT platform to support smart contracts. And which language was used to write the smart contracts? Java, Golang, Node.js. So all these platforms were used. Small programs were written, and it was deployed, and it was checked whether it was working. So this Fabric platform is a permissioned one. So unlike the public network, the participants in this network are known to each other. Fine. Now this network can be operated under a governance model. So what is meant by governance model? Based on the trust between the participants, or based on a legal agreement between the participants, it can be worked off. So some example, for example, imagine a candy manufacturer. He wants to supply candies to a specific US retailers at a specific price, at a very special price, and this is a detail they want to keep hidden from other local markets. So with multiple stakeholders, so you have got customs, you've got shipping companies, you've got financial institutions. How can the manufacturer ensure the price confidence? He wants to keep the secret. How to maintain this secret? So for that, this Hyperledger Fabric offers a solution. So it retains confidentiality of data for that particular network. So as we saw, it was found, this Hyperledger was founded to advance the discovery as well as adoption of cross-industry blockchain systems. So major corporations are behind it, like IBM, and this can be used for a lot of sectors: finance, IoT, banking, etc. So Hyperledger was designed for what? What is the purpose? To assist and stimulate the advancement of blockchain technology, not any cryptocurrency. This was not formed to support any cryptocurrency, but this was formed so that writing smart contract, deploying applications, developing unique applications became much easy. So almost 100 companies are a part of this Hyperledger blockchain, like Nokia, IBM, Samsung. And in fact, they meet every month to decide what could be the improvement that could be done. So it has got advanced privacy controls. So you just share the data which you really want to share. And some, if you want to keep it confidential, yes, you can keep it confidential. And all the transactions are trackable. You can't reverse it, but they are trackable. So what are the benefits? Permission network, confidential transaction, pluggable architecture, and it is so simple to get started. So why Hyperledger Fabric is the framework under the IBM blockchain? So IBM recommends that business don't build a production blockchain system by using free open source. Along with the other vendors, this IBM offers a commercial distribution also. Whatever tools you want, all those tools will be there. And based on the services, it will have the service level agreement. We call it as SLA. So this is an open source blockchain for business, and it will be able to cover lot of sectors like finance, banking, healthcare, IoT, supply chain, manufacturing and technology, education, maybe anything. And the whole objective is to create an open, standardized, enterprise grade blockchain frameworks. So there are 5 industry use cases that's mentioned here. One is supply chain track and trace. Second one is trade finance. Third one is loyalty and rewards program. Fourth one is to secure the land registrations. And fifth one is to clear and settle financial assets. So as we saw, the first one is supply chain track. So every step of the product's journey you will come to know. In trade finance, any single and simple transaction gets updated. So there's a proof which nobody can change. So there is no intermediary at all. And if at all you had any risk in maintaining in a centralized part, now you have decentralized nodes, so there is no chance that the data will get deleted. The third one is loyalty and rewards program. So actually here, we know that customers are very important, and this Hyperledger Fabric is able to ensure that whatever data is in the blockchain is really reliable. So it offers a platform where points can be securely earned, tracked and redeemed. The fourth one is about land registration. See, we want to avoid that ownership conflicts. If there is a property, we will have 2 or 3 owners. How and why did it happen? If we had a transparent mechanism where we got complete details about this land registration, we won't have any difficulty. The fifth one is clearing and settling of financial assets. The financial sector is very very complex. Any transaction you got 100 updates, and that should happen much faster. So this Hyperledger Fabric helps in this settlement process where every transaction just get updated instantaneously. So what are 5 core features? Identity management, efficient processing, it has a modular design, it is considered to be private and confidential, and chain code functionality. So what is this identity management? It allows only the administrators to have the maximum control. What is meant by efficient processing? Separating the transaction execution from commitment and ordering and seeing that it is in perfect process order. So overall it is efficient. The third one is modular design. So modular design is actually extended where you can choose your consensus algorithm. There's a lot of flexibility and adaptability provided. The fourth one is privacy and confidentiality. So Hyperledger Fabric addresses this need with dedicated data channels. The fifth one is chain code. You write a small program, some logic checking for some transactions, that's all. So with all these features, Hyperledger Fabric is considered to be one of the best framework that allows you to plug in the components and define an application for your choice. So looking into the architecture, the first one is assets, the second is chain code, the third is ledger, the fourth is security, the fifth one is consensus, the sixth one is confidentiality. So how is all this achieved? So what is meant by this assets? So it can vary from physical property to software. What is this chain code? So it's just a piece of code that is written that will be sent to the system for checking. What is this ledger? A permanent sequential records in blocks and it's a database. Fourth one is very secured. Security. All cryptographic licenses are related to businesses, network equipment, application developer or client app. Next is about consensus. What is consensus? Coming on to an agreement. And the next important one is confidentiality. See, you are using a ledger which cannot be changed at all. Uses an unchangeable ledger. Now, if you want to develop an application, what do? First, you construct and deploy. To construct and deploy in the network, the first step is installation. The second step is creating artifacts. The third step is to see that all the peers are able to connect to each other. And the fourth one is finally you are launching the network. So that's about Hyperledger architecture and then how to develop an application using Hyperledger Fabric system. Thank you.